I'm Rampage's biggest fan.
What's up with the Raja situation?
Who is Rampage? He's like a thumb wrestler.
This boy getting more clout by dudes tonight than girls.
Hey, respectfully,
you're right. You're right. 100%.
No handshake on that.
All right, respect.
So I just watched the apology video from the SykoStu apologizing to Raja Jackson, and it is not even close. He is 100% fucked. This is the definition of senseless violence. And, I mean, he deserves what's coming his way. So, yeah.
Fucking person are you? You fucking low-life fucking clown. You want fucking clout, so you beat up a guy that's fucking half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even trying to fucking hurt.
The way you want it to go, and he should have handled it a different way. I hope that him and his family are able to cope and be able to find a solution for everything. And obviously SykoStu is a little bit better because everybody's kind of worried, but you know, it's unfortunate that it happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen.
SykoStu has spoken out for the first time since being released from the hospital after the violent incident involving Roger Jackson. According to a statement shared by his family, Stu is now recuperating at home following a significant head injury that left him unconscious. The update revealed he sustained trauma to both jaws, a severe laceration on his upper lip, and a fractured maxilla, resulting in the loss of multiple teeth. While the road to recovery is expected to be long and challenging, the family noted that Stu remains in good spirits. They also extended heartfelt thanks to everyone who has offered support, whether through donations, meals, flowers, or other thoughtful gifts. The outpouring of kindness, they said, has meant the world to them. Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson had a tense exchange with a fan who mentioned the recent attack on SykoStu involving Roger Jackson. Clearly frustrated, Rampage asked the fan to respectfully stay out of it, emphasizing that he had no intention of addressing the matter publicly. He also revealed that he's been handling the situation behind the scenes and, unfortunately, has been receiving a wave of racist threats in the process.
I'm Rampage's biggest fan.
What's up with the Raja situation?
Who is Rampage? He's like a thumb
wrestler. This boy getting
Come on.
more clout by dudes tonight than girls.
Hey, respectfully,
you're right. You're right. 100%.
No handshake on that.
All right, respect.
I'm a dad. Respectfully.
I know. That's what.
Respectfully,
you're right. 100%.
I'm dealing with this shit. I'm dealing with this shit.
Is a thumb board.
100%, man. Respect, man, bro. That's why I said I apologize for even coming up. You
can't make me wrong.
I apologize for even coming up to you that way.
I'm getting a lot of racist threats. Coming up to me, come on. I'm getting a lot of racist threats. Motherfucker talking about killing me and my whole family over something my son did I ain't got nothing to do with. I'm telling you, drop the shit.
He a slider.
Hey, bro, drop it, bro, drop it.
Hey.
Put my number in your book,
No, fuck
bro.
that, fuck that. No. I'm just telling you.
Hey, we do some comedy.
No, I'm telling you.
What type of interviews you running?
My apologies,
I'm sorry about that.
Hey, my apologies.
Move on.
Rampage Jackson was reportedly aware of his son's mindset and had a feeling that Roger Jackson might find himself in trouble. In fact, just weeks prior to the incident, Rampage joked during a live stream that he had saved some bail money for himself. That particular clip has recently resurfaced, reigniting public interest and scrutiny around Roger's recent behavior.
Roger and his oldest son whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew they was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't f him. If you go to jail, I'm just going to bail him out.
Dylan Dennis responded to the widespread attention surrounding Roger Jackson's actions, admitting it was difficult to watch. He speculated that Roger might be struggling with anger management issues and questioned what could have led him to act that way. Dennis pointed out that anyone involved in training knows a clear line between cooperating and taking unfair advantage. He likened the situation to a WWE-style move where you trust someone with a video only for them to recklessly slam you on your head, an act he described as both ridiculous and unnecessary.
What's your take on this Raja Jackson video that came out? Because it seems like that's caught kind of not just in wrestling world, but like everyone is caught.
To be honest, it's hard to watch, but in a way, it's like you might have something like wrong with like maybe like anger problems, because like why would he do that, you know? And anybody that has trained or anybody that has a brain knows when someone's working or someone's like And like that would be like me going with you right now, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick you up, and we're working. We're doing a WWE match." Like you could slam me in my head. Like I'm giving you my weight. You know what I mean? So like the guy obviously let him pick him up, and then slamming him like that is ridiculous.
Dylan Dennis shared his perspective on the incident involving Roger Jackson, describing the situation as unnecessary and reckless. He explained that in professional wrestling, moves such as slams rely heavily on mutual trust, with both participants ensuring each other's safety. However, Dennis felt that trust was broken when Roger's actions turned dangerous instead of controlled. He added that the punches thrown afterward made things worse, appearing more like attempts to cause harm rather than part of the performance. Dennis called the whole episode disappointing, emphasizing that wrestling is supposed to highlight skill and entertainment, not real violence.
Being a guy that's trained, I know he's only 0-1, but like slamming the guy like that, first off, is ridiculous. Like any person in WWE can do that to each other. You know, it doesn't. That's not anything like people are adding like, oh, that's Rampage Jr. or something like that. Like the guy jumped up for you to carry his weight, and he's trusting you to take care of his body. You know what I mean? And then he's throwing those shots, and like, I get you can kind of lay one in, like, you know what I mean? I can hit you like that, but not even. But the first one was like a haymaker. He's trying to like kill the guy, and like, it's just sad. Like I don't understand what happened. Like it's hard to explain what happened, and it looks bad for us too. You know what I mean? Like anybody could do that. Like I can go in the ring in WWE and do that. Like why I do that? No. Like you're supposed to have a trust. I mean, that's a different sport. It's a pro wrestling. You know.
Dylan Dennis expressed that the situation might have been different if Roger Jackson had openly indicated he wanted a real fight. Instead, it felt like a breach of trust, as Roger appeared to be cooperating before suddenly turning things dangerous and later apologizing. Dennis speculated that Roger could be facing deeper struggles, such as PTSD, calling the whole incident unfortunate. He even mentioned considering offering support, whether through financial help or training. Dennis highlighted that in wrestling or any form of training, when someone allows you to lift them, there's an unspoken expectation to protect them, not slam them recklessly on their head. That's what made watching the event particularly disturbing.
And if he said, "Hey, come in here, kid, like you, like I like really want to fight you," you know, and then beat the shit out of the guy. But it didn't seem like that. Like he did the prop can. He's saying that, but then he apologized. And like, is this kid? I mean, I don't know.
If dude had like PTSD, it's like
oh, so sad. It's so sad. I was actually gonna offer to help him like with money and maybe training. Like, and then he shot on the other guy. He couldn't threw the other guy down. He was like, so it's like the guy was letting you work with his body. Like, you know, when you're training and even you pick someone up in sparring, you're not going to slam the guy on his head. Like that's basically what they're doing in pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Someone's letting you pick them up, and you're not gonna do.
Dylan Dennis explained that his admiration for Rampage Jackson made him cautious about being too critical of Roger. He emphasized that Rampage is a respected legend in the sport and someone he personally looks up to. However, Dennis also made it clear that Roger's actions were completely unacceptable, especially during a final show where trust between performers is crucial. As a trained martial artist raised within the community, Dennis believes Roger should have known better than to attack someone who was defenseless. He added that such behavior in a controlled environment not only crosses a line, but also damages the reputation of the entire community when incidents like this gain widespread attention.
I like Rampage a lot, so it's like you don't want to blame Rampage. That's the only reason that I don't want to go too hard on his son, because Rampage is a legend. He's a great guy.
Seems to be kind of like
but like if it wasn't Rampage's son, I'd be like that motherfucker.
To the exact same.
You know what I mean? Like that's up. You know, to do to someone, especially in an indie show like that, and you're a martial artist at the end of the day. You know when someone's unconscious. Like if it was like a street fight and you're in the fight to the death and you're trying to kill or protect your family, that's like something like that. Okay, I would understand that. You know, he's a 25-year-old man that's been training martial arts and's been around martial arts his whole life. It's sad, man. I mean, yeah, it's sad. And like, I feel bad for the dude that he did it to, you know, and it puts us back a little bit, you know, we're viral and it makes us look like we're like just.
WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry caught fans off guard by offering a somewhat sympathetic perspective toward Roger Jackson, while also placing some responsibility on SykoStu. Henry shared that he never tolerated harsh teasing or relentless joking, warning that anyone who crossed those boundaries with him would face consequences. Although he admitted not knowing all the facts, Henry felt SykoStu mishandled the situation and may have taken on more than he could manage. He emphasized the importance of being cautious about who you provoke and questioned what message a seasoned veteran sends when targeting someone significantly younger.
Like the ribbing, I ain't like the joking, and anybody that talked to me that I didn't think was worthy of having that kind of aggressive conversation, they got that word. And I don't know the full story, but I do know what I saw. And it looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on. And the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he can chew. And, you got to be careful, one, who you mess with, and two, what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a ride with a kid? And he's not 12 or nothing, but he's still significantly younger.
Tony Ferguson expressed shock over the Roger Jackson incident, stating that the attack was avoidable. He criticized influencers and media for sensationalizing such events, which can mislead young people. Ferguson urged youth to seek help or engage in positive activities instead of resorting to violence. While expressing hope that Roger and his family find strength to cope, he also shared relief that SykoStu is recovering. Ferguson emphasized that situations like this must never be repeated.
My reaction was just like everybody else's, is kind of shocked at that, but I think that it could have been prevented. I think assholes like people, influencers, YouTubers, or everything else that put too much hype and they try to build some shit up and they put these ideas in kids' heads and they're not fucking saying, hey, reach out and be like, it's okay. They're making it worse by trying to do the same shit by sticking mics in their face and doing this kind of stuff, where as some people know how to handle situations and some people don't. And unfortunately, it went a different way. And all you youngsters out there, that's not the right way to do it. That's just not how you do it. If you do have an issue with something like that, go talk to somebody. I know it's kind of seems like the pussy thing to do, but damn, go find a way to vent, because that stuff is just like a boiling pot. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go. And he should have handled it a different way. I hope that him and his family are able to cope and be able to find a solution for everything. And obviously SykoStu is a little bit better because everybody's kind of worried, but it's unfortunate that it happened, and hopefully it doesn't happen.
Zed Maloa strongly criticized Roger Jackson, describing his behavior as reckless and foolish. Maloa recalled attempting to intervene during the fight when Roger suddenly went for a sloppy double leg takedown and punched him in the eye, despite Maloa not being aggressive. He labeled Roger as immature and disgraceful for attacking a nearly unconscious man and striking someone who was simply trying to de-escalate the situation. Maloa added that Roger was fortunate he was already worn out from his previous match.
When we're in the ring and I'm breaking it up and he shoots a double leg on me, by the way, work a better double leg, you prick. And then I'm telling you to calm down. I'm not even fighting. I'm not even being hostile. Then you're trying to work and get lower, do this, change positions, and I'm over here having to swim with you, all this other shit. And then you punch me in the eye after we're breaking it up, you loser. That's why you got headbutt, and that's why I punch you, and you're lucky I was tired from the match before this. What kind of person are you? You low-life clown. You want clout, so you beat up a guy that's half unconscious. You punch a guy that's trying to break up a fight and not even trying to fight you. I wasn't even...
Doug Malaloy expressed concern that Roger Jackson might have seriously harmed SykoStu if intervention hadn't happened. He explained that Roger seemed determined to keep attacking and would have done the same to him if given the chance. However, Maloa criticized Roger as a bully, highlighting that instead of seeking help or therapy for his problems, he leveraged his father's reputation and training to intimidate others who aren't ready to face that level of violence.
So, do you think he wanted to continue beating up Stu?
I think he would have killed him.
If you didn't stop it, right?
I promise you he would have killed him. He would have killed me if he would have got the best of me. If he would have took my legs out from under me like he was trying to, he was going to do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Clearly, you watched the stream when he's walking away. I'm tired of people fucking with me. I don't care how many times you've been fingered in your life, bro. I don't give a If you got a problem with the world and the people around you, change the people around you. Change it up a little bit. Go to therapy. Get some help. Don't take it out on everybody else. And then you want to train by one of the best fighters to ever live, your father. Use his clout. Use his knowledge. And then you want to hurt people that don't train like that? You're a bully.
Josh Thompson offered his perspective on the situation, suggesting that true sympathy should be directed toward Quentin Rampage Jackson rather than Roger. He described Quentin as a caring father caught in a difficult position, loving his son but forced to witness him making harmful decisions. Thompson called it heartbreaking to see a parent endure such a tough ordeal, especially knowing that the last outcome Quentin would want for his child.
The problem is this. You're looking at it and people are they're trying to give some type of forgiveness because it's Quentin, not because it's Raja, because it's Quentin. It's Quentin Jackson that is the person that you've got to feel sorry for, okay? In the fact that, he's hooked up in this when he's not the one that took part in this. And that's a sad thing, because he's a father and he loves his son. And it's sad to see someone go through something of this magnitude when it's the last thing in the world you would have told your son to go through.
Tim Welsh responded to the incident by noting that since Rampage Jackson's son has financial resources, he would likely have access to strong legal representation. However, Welsh emphasized that the case could still be considered attempted murder. He highlighted the risks involved in street fights, pointing out that continuing to hit someone who is already unconscious can easily lead to fatal consequences and possible imprisonment. Welsh described the attack as troubling and remarked, "If the victim were his own father, he would be extremely angry." He also mentioned that although SykoStu had regained consciousness, the overall situation remained grim.
Page's got money. I mean, they're going to have some good lawyers. But it might be attempted murder. I mean, God, that's the thing. You got to be careful getting in street fights. If you can avoid street fights, avoid them. Especially if you got a temper tantrum. Maybe if you know a little jiu-jitsu and you get in a street fight here and there, it's okay. You can take care of yourself, get in a good position. But once you crack somebody and then you start seeing red and you're not thinking about what you're doing and you're punching them and they're already knocked out, good chance you're going to kill them. And now you might be in the pen. So, I mean, that was f***ed up. That was f***ed up. If that guy was my dad or something, I would be f***ing furious. So, hopefully this guy comes out of it all right. They said he came to, and it's not.
MMA Guru refers to Roger Jackson as a savage and insists that he deserves to be locked up. He describes the attack as brutal, emphasizing that Roger kept striking an unconscious man as if his intention was to cause serious harm. Guru commends a pink-haired bystander for intervening, but condemns the rest for standing by without taking action. He concludes by stating that Raja doesn't belong in society and should be behind bars.
Thoughts on Raja doing a classic 13%? I mean, I'm sick of seeing it raining down shots and unanswered. Dead people, like he's unconscious on the ground, you just slammed him on his head. And now you're throwing 12 unanswered punches over and over again until you're trying to kill him. And the ref and all those in the ring that didn't stomp his out when he was doing that. Bro, Raja should have got fucking out cold in that ring. No one was doing anything about it but that pink hair guy. Shout out to the pink hair guy for jumping in the ring and trying to stop him at least. Brother, dumb animal, put him in a cage. Straight up. Not a human. Not allowed in society. Control yourself, dumb bit. Bring that sparring partner back. Tornado kick him again. Dumb animal.
During his first live stream since the incident, Rampage Jackson responded to criticism from MMA Guru by accusing him of racism. He pointed out that Guru, who was supposed to act as a journalist, instead showed his true nature. Jackson emphasized in 2025 that racist remarks about someone's child are unacceptable and unwelcome. While he admits that errors can occur, Rampage insists these should never be misrepresented as matters of race.
It's a lot of like ignorant people on the internet. I understand that. It is what it is. The shit don't affect me, don't bother me, but people like MMA Guru, you know what I'm saying? That guy is supposed to be some kind of journalist, and his racism came out. His racism showing. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025. Like, you know what I'm saying? People do shit. People do shit in this world. Some people fuck up. Some people do shit. It shouldn't get turned into race. Nobody wants to hear a bunch of racist shit about their son, no matter what race they are. He must don't have kids himself.
Rampage Jackson feels that the MMA Guru crossed a line by allowing racist undertones in his remarks. Drawing from his own experiences growing up around similar language, he says he noticed it right away. Although Rampage typically ignores racist comments online, it becomes harder when someone with a significant platform, like Guru, uses such language. He stresses that anyone with an audience should maintain professionalism. As a result, fans might now wonder if Guru's views on black fighters are affected by bias.
I don't want to repeat what he said, but he said a whole bunch of. He said, like, he showed his racism, basically what he did. Like, I'm from the South. The stuff he said, only racist people say. A lot of racist people came forward and said stuff and DM me racist shit, it don't bother me because I don't care about racist people. But MMA Guru, he has a platform.
Yeah.
And he should stay neutral because he's giving his opinions on fights and stuff like that. So now people gonna be watching him when black fighters fight and some shit.
MMA Guru reacted to Rampage Jackson's response by criticizing him for going live only days after Roger Jackson's ordeal, an extremely difficult time for Roger. Guru highlighted that while Roger might be dealing with serious legal consequences, Rampage was streaming live, engaging with messages, expressing his views, and challenging others. This, he suggested, created a noticeable contrast between the gravity of the situation and Rampage's public reaction.
A few days after Raja Jackson had this situation that's probably the most stressful time in his life, deserved, by the way, the deserved most stressful time of his life, where he's probably sitting at home right now, scared to death that he's going to get decades in prison. During that moment, right now, his father, Rampage Jackson, is dating on stream and bowling with them while reading dono messages about the entire situation and giving his thoughts on it and calling.
Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson spoke more about the incident involving his son Raj and Sykos, sharing his deep regret over what happened. He made it clear that while he doesn't condone Raj's actions, his responsibility as a father is to stand by his son. Rampage stressed that the situation is now being handled by the legal system and requested privacy concerning the details. He also expressed sympathy for SykoStu and his family, wishing he had been present to help stop things from getting worse.
On that side, but be a father, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know I can't talk about that shit. I can't talk about any details and stuff like that. I can't really go into nothing. I hope y'all can respect that, you know what I'm saying? I can't say much about that shit. You know, it's really not my place to say anything, and we gotta let this shit play its force. The shit put me in like a bad mood, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad about SykoStu and his family. His family had to see that shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, all the stuff that went on. I just wish I could have been there, but I couldn't. I was out of state, dropping my other kid off at college.
Rampage Jackson made it clear that he does not justify Roger's actions, nor is he defending what happened. His focus is on supporting his son as a father during this challenging time. He also expressed hope that SykoStu might one day forgive him in his capacity as a parent, even if the full context of the event isn't widely understood.
Y'all need to know that I don't condone Roger's conduct. I don't condone none of the shit that happened. So we're gonna see what happened, and I'm gonna continue to be a father, and I hope SykoStu can forgive me myself as a dad, because for not understanding everything, you know what I'm saying? And let's see what happens.
That's all for today's video. We hope you found the information helpful. Feel free to share your opinions about this situation in the comment section.